Last time on the quest to find Boruto.
His face seemed familiar, so Saruto gathered some courage to ask him who he was. It was Daisuke Uchiha, his maternal uncle. Before introducing himself, Daisuke told Saruto that it's not good for a prodigy with Hokage blood to go rogue like this. The consequences of not following the shinobi code can get him in some serious trouble. Saruto gathered some caliber and asked him to not mess about his personal decisions as he knows what he's doing. He further told him that even if he sends him back to the village, he won't be staying there for long as he had a vision. Daisuke interrupted by saying there will be no hope left for a rogue ninja like him in modern day Konoha. He will be kept in a high-tech prison and will be given some special pills to reduce his ninjutsu, genjutsu and taijutsu abilities. The shinobi laws have been strictly modified over the past 10 years. Daisuke then asked Saruto if he knows whom he is talking to right now, to which Saruto replied that he has no idea. Daisuke then introduced himself as Daisuke Uchiha, the only son of Sasuke Uchiha and the self-proclaimed savior of the Seven Caves. Saruto went into shock when he heard the name Sasuke Uchiha. He started stammering and he asked him if he was his...
Yes, I am your maternal uncle by blood, and Sarada is my twin sister. Hope she's doing fine these days. Her son is a pure vagabond.
Saruto asked him about Boruto and said that he must be knowing him as well. But Daisuke dodged the question by asking him about the organization that has manipulated him into going rogue. Saruto's face turned pale as he tried to convince him that there is nothing like that and he left the village by his own will. Daisuke explained to him that in both cases he is considered a rogue shinobi, and he further told him that he is not the only one who has gone through this phase. Saruto asked him if it means the only son of Sasuke Uchiha had also betrayed his village, and coincidentally, a strange S-shaped scar on Daisuke's arm caught Saruto's eye. Daisuke told him that it's a long story, but there was once an organization called Kara that had manipulated him in becoming the vessel of an Otsutsuki. That incident is unforgettable and he still wishes to have died years before that day. Saruto felt sympathy towards him and asked if that incident had anything to do with the scar on his arm. Daisuke stayed silent for a while and then asked Saruto to tell him the real reason behind forsaking his village. Saruto told him everything from the incident of the Blue Bird to meeting the spirit of Naruto, who foretold him that his destiny lied in these 7 caves.
So does that mean the spirit of Lord Seventh himself told you that your fate lies here?
Saruto replied by saying he has no reason to lie and he only needs 20 days for the prophecy to be fulfilled, after which he will himself return to Konoha and accept his fate there. Daisuke told him that when he returned to Konoha after the vague incident, everyone looked down upon him, and then he had a vision of Hagoromo Otsutsuki, who told him if he wants everything to get back to normal, the 7 caves are the last hope. Weeks after that dream, the battle with the Otsutsukis began, and instead of being an ally, Daisuke came to these 7 caves and has been training here ever since. Saruto asked him what's the big deal with these caves, and Daisuke then explained the 7 caves to him. The 7 caves are located in the Land of Mountains area, and due to having almost no population, the Land of Mountains is not recognized by the great shinobi nations. However, many parts of this area are considered sacred and have been mentioned in various urban legends and scriptures. The 7 caves, being one of them, are divided into 2 groups: the dominant caves and the nominal caves. The dominant caves are 4 in number: the Cave of Mind, the Cave of Time, the Cave of Life, and the Cave of Chaos. These caves actively possess the telepathic energy and have different accounts as their names suggest. The Cave of Mind deals with the things related to Genjutsu. It's known to be the best training place for Genjutsu users in the folktales. The Cave of Time is said to be able to bend time, but so far nobody has been known to have done something like that. However, once an individual enters the Cave of Time, it seems to him that his time has slowed down. The Cave of Life has been given such title because of its certain healing abilities, and it is said to have some unknown powers that deals with the dead. The Cave of Chaos is said to be the final challenge of the world against the evils of the evil, but a majority of the people take it as a fabricated urban legend, as there is nothing found in the cave that could act as a hint for something like that. Then come the nominal caves. They are 3 in number and are called the Ichi, Ni and San. They once used to possess a vast amount of forbidden chakra, but it all got stolen by some unknown scientist, which reduced the energy of these caves, and now they are of no use. But legend has it that someday a miracle will happen and these 3 caves will get their stature back. Daisuke further told Saruto that they are in the San cave right now, and the cave with the Hokage statues was the Ichi cave. Daisuke asked him how shall he be finding the cave that the spirit of Nanadaime told him about. Saruto responded by asking Daisuke to free him first and then he will tell him his strategy. Daisuke used the Amaterasu to free Saruto and then he put him in a genjutsu. Saruto found himself in a hell-like place and it seemed to him that Daisuke's Amaterasu burned him and now he was in the afterlife. Suddenly, Daisuke appeared in front of him and asked him to not to be clever, otherwise his story shall end on a bad note. Daisuke then brought him back and apologized for doing this as he had had a lot of betrayals in the past. Saruto asked with curiosity if those betrayals had anything to do with his car. Daisuke got silent for a while and told him that it's a story for another time. Saruto then took Daisuke to the sand cave where the bluebird was sleeping. He woke the little creature up and then took it outside. Daisuke asked him the motive behind this and Saruto told him that this bluebird was the start of the story and it shall be the end as well. Saruto then looked at the bluebird and it flew away high into the sky, and after roaming for a good while it came back and entered the cave of life. Saruto told Daisuke that this is why he believed in those dreams, and since it is a written record that the cave of life has something to do with the dead, he is certain that the spirit of the second legendary shinobi shall meet him there, maybe after 20 days. The will that Saruto inherited was different from his forefathers. This realization gave some hope to Daisuke that the prophecy of Hogoromo was true as well, and he will soon find the certain someone that will relight the whole world through the Rinnegan. The Rinnegan. The promise of the Sage of Six Paths. Saruto told Daisuke that it's no time to zone out and they should be entering the cave right now. Upon entering the cave of life, Daisuke told him some more fascinating details about the cave, like the cold blue crystals that only gleam at night, and how the temperature inside the cave remains stable no matter whether it's snowing or scorching outside. Saruto asked about the prophecy that says it has something to do with the dead. Daisuke replied that nothing much is known about that statement and people even call it an urban legend as they don't believe what they have not seen. After walking through the entire cave, they finally reached the point where the bluebird was sleeping. Daisuke asked Saruto what he was up to now, and Saruto said there is something odd about this cave for sure. Daisuke agreed and said that this cave emits some mysterious radiation that really gives some odd vibes. Saruto responded by saying not only the vibes, but the walls of these caves also have some strange language engraved on them. Daisuke asked him if there is some connection, and Saruto activated his Byaku Sharingan, hoping that some miracle will happen, and to his surprise, he could read each and every word on the wall clearly.